So this week on Inside Voice, which is my Substack podcast, I admitted something that has taken me a long time to arrive at and was slightly uncomfortable to share. I realized that I have spent most of my life seeking approval from external sources, validation from other people, feedback on my work, responses to posts, comments from peers, etc. But I never actually asked myself what I thought or even gave my own opinion of myself. So, like most people, I started asking myself, why do I care? Why do I care so much what other people think about? Why do I still replay conversations from 3 weeks ago, 2 years ago, a decade ago? Why can 30 people or more tell you positive things about yourself, but it just takes one person, one comment, one criticism, one jab to take that whole house of cards down? So I started reading about it and researching, and it turns out there's actually a lot of science behind this. Your brain is wired for belonging. Like 1,000 years ago, if your tribe rejected you, that wasn't embarrassing. That was actually life-threatening. Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA found that social rejection activates many of the same brain regions as physical pain. Your brain isn't weak. Then I came across something else called the looking glass self. Have you heard of that? It's a strange name, but the idea is pretty simple. We start figuring out who we are by imagining what other people think of us. And that makes sense when we're kids. But why have we never stopped? We're adults now. Today, it's all about likes, comments, views. We basically turn the internet into one giant mirror. And sometimes I catch myself thinking, will people like this? Before I even ask myself, do I even like this? And then I found something else I hadn't really thought about before. What if people pleasing isn't actually a personality trait? What if it's survival? Attachment researchers like John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth show that children adapt to whatever helps them stay emotionally connected. And trauma physician, my favorite, Gabor Maté, often talks about these adaptations too. And reading all this, I realized, well, that makes sense why I always show up with him up. Maybe some of the things that we call personality traits are just old survival strategies that never got updated. And researchers have also found that midlife is when many women start rethinking who they are. Some of that might be hormones, and some of it might be kids growing up, aging parents, career changes, and life simply changing. And researchers still debate how much of this is biology versus circumstance. But a lot of women stop asking who they're supposed to be and start asking, who am I when I'm not taking care of everybody else? And I don't think that's a crisis. I think that's the beginning of something important. So maybe you don't need to become someone different. Maybe you just spent too many years and too long becoming what everyone else needed. And maybe midlife is the time when you finally give yourself permission to stop performing and get curious about who you are underneath all of that. Anyway, that's what I found this week. And you can read more about it on Substack. See you next week for more Brain Camp.